Hey y'all, welcome back, welcome back. It is me, BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to Jeff Foxworthy. This is his stand-up from 2020, nope, not 2021, nope, from 2000 plus one.
Foxworthy.
Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to maybe tell you a little bit about my life real quickly. I am the proud father of two little girls. Their ages are 7 and 9. I live next door to my brother. He has 3 children. They are all girls. Their ages are 5, 7, and 9.
Whoa.
My mother has 9 grandchildren. They are all girls. The oldest one is 11 years old.
No.
I live in the estrogen ocean, in the middle of the naked Barbie Woodstock. Naked Barbies as far as the eye can see. There's days I have fantasies about being G.I. Joe on a 3-day pass, you know. Hello, ladies.
This man is living the dream. He lives on a family compound and he's a girl dad. That's the dream. That is wild though, that they've only bred girls. Wow. The family name is dead. There are no boys to carry on the family name. It's gone. Poof, just like that. In all seriousness though, that's beautiful. Like that he lives next door to his brothers. The cousins can grow up together. Cousins are truly your built-in besties, and I love that. Jeff mentioned that he was from, I don't know why I want to say Augusta, but I don't think he said Augusta in the last reaction, but he's from the South. He's from Georgia, a town I'm super familiar with. I just can't remember. I can imagine like they're outside barefoot, just running around all year long, just playing naked Barbies in the yard. Why is it that little girls take their Barbies and just undress them and like never put clothes back on them? They deface them. They give them the worst haircuts known to man, and they like are horrible to them. Why is that?
On a 3-day pass, you know. Hello, ladies. Guess who just got paid? But I tell you something else. I've learned a lot about girls, and one of the things I've learned is girls can sometimes be a little bit more emotional than boys. Y'all, I spend half my life trying to figure out what people are crying about. I'm like, honey, calm down, and just tell me what happened. Well, I came in and I was going to go upstairs and play with them, but then they locked the door and they called me a stupid head and they said I couldn't be in their club and I was looking for you and I was calling you and calling you. I'm like, honey, calm down. You're going to scare the children and just tell me what
You're going to scare the children. Oh, his wife.
Because men have no idea what to do with a crying girl. And it doesn't matter if she's 5 or 25 or 75. See, men have no idea because we've been taught all our lives not to cry. That's why when we grow up, we can be out cutting firewood with our buddies. We'll take that chainsaw, saw our leg off at the knee. We're like, I'm all right. Look
at him hopping around.
Hand me a beer. I'm all right.
I would like to go on the record and say that I think now having a girl child and a male child, I now have a boy child, he is so much more emotional than I remember her being. He's so clingy and needy and whiny, like he wants to live in my skin. And if he's not in some type of contact with me physically, he's losing his mind. I kid y'all not. I'm about to give you a TMI. This just happened to me. I promise you, I just sat down after leaving the gynecologist, where the gynecologist did what gynecologists do. And he was sitting on my head the entire time. He was a part of the exam, looking down under and everything. Actually, he was pissed that I sat him on my head and further away from the light where he wanted to see. I guess he wanted to inspect the area in which he made his arrival. I don't know. But let me tell you something right now. My daughter would never. She would have sat in the stroller. She would have minded her business. She would have been chilling. But this emotional thing that looks at me like his emotional support human had to be touching me and just crying, whining, fussing the whole time because he couldn't see up the tunnel. I kid you not, it just happened to me. I was just texting my friend about it. Like, my husband complains about taking this kid to the grocery store. I just had to have this child sitting on my head while I got a pap smear. I'm not joking. I couldn't make this up if I tried. I just got home from said examination. This happened to me. So I don't know. And then let's not mention like the difference between a man when he has a common cold and a woman when she has a common cold. Shall we continue? Men. Just because you maybe handle it differently or hide it differently doesn't mean you're less than emotionally. I think that's why it's so bad, is because so many men feel like they can't express themselves, that when it all boils down, they just like bubble over. I'm just saying. All right, now that I've given you all of my business, let's carry on.
And I tell you something that I have learned from these kids. Kids are so much smarter than we were growing up. My oldest daughter, on her 5th birthday, asked for and got a computer. 5 years old, gets a computer. She can use it right out of the box. A computer, 5 years old. Remember what we got when we turned 5?
A stick.
A little wooden paddle with a rubber band and the red ball on the end of it.
I was close.
That was a brain builder, wasn't it? 1, 2,
YouTube.
1, 2, 3, 1.
Okay, here's an observation. I think this is now, the last reaction I did, I said it was the youngest I had reacted to him. This feels like he's even younger. He's got a goatee, which I've not seen of him before. And he's super physical on stage right now. He's hopping around on one leg. He's hopping around pretending to play the little ping-pongy game. He's super physical, and I've not seen him that physical in any of my other reactions. Just an observation.
You'd hit it about 4 times, the rubber band would snap, the ball
Snap.
would fly across the room, break something, and you get a spanking with the paddle.
With the paddle.
No wonder we turned out this way. Oh, and nowadays you can't even spank your kids. No, got to give them a time out. And my dad would take time out of his busy day to whip our butt. But truthfully, there are a ton of things that have changed for kids. It's just like a generation. I was doing a TV show not long ago, and they were asking, it was kind of more serious questions. And one of them, they said, what's your earliest recollection in life? And I thought about it, and I said, well, I remember being about 3 years old, and I'm standing on the front seat of the car with my dad, and every time he would turn the corner, I would make the sound of tires squealing. You know, like, my dad would quit squealing my tires. All of a sudden it dawned on me, what was I doing
in the
standing
front seat?
on the front seat of the car? See, back in those days, kids weren't too good to go through the windshield with the rest of the family.
They weren't too good. Kids are built different. This aged really well because I think progressively this has gotten more and more true. It's interesting because in 2001, I was in the 8th grade. Yes, because I was in the 9th grade because I was in the 8th grade when 9/11 happened. So I was somewhere between 8th and 9th grade. And to me, I feel like I could have never opened up a computer out of the box and known what to do with it at that age, let alone 5. But nowadays, like my daughter gets a brand new phone, like she got not a brand new, hold on, wait a minute. She got an iPhone 12 for Christmas last year, and she knew exactly what to do with it. She has an iPad for school. She navigates that thing better than I could ever navigate anything else. She knows how to do any kind of app, like any kind of situation. And I mean, if I'm super honest, my son, who doesn't have a technical device, but like he can grab my phone and he understands the concept of like hello, and he understands the concept of pressing buttons. He does, however, know how to work the remote control like nobody's business. I mean, turn the volume up, turn the TV off, turn the channel, laugh at said channel that he turned to. And I just think it's because technology is becoming increasingly more prevalent and important in our lives. Like we don't function without it. So I just thought that was interesting though, because I'm like, in 2001, there's no way I was opening a computer and knowing how to work it. Hello? And do y'all remember how complicated it was for AOL dial-up? Forget about it. Forget it.
Lord, I can't back out of the driveway without my children being in car seats with shoulder straps and safety fits.
We have one now. It talks to us if it's too cold or too hot in the car.
Laying in the back window of the car.
Station wagon. true.
People behind us going, Harold, is that one of those bobbing dogs? Now, that's a skinny kid with a big head. Boy, what a big head. My dad slammed on the brakes. You go bounce around the car like a pinball game. You end up face first in a full ashtray.
Ew.
Yeah, because that was back before
Smoking in the car.
Smoke, too.
Before it existed.
My parents had every window in the car rolled up there, and the front seat smoking like it's a contest. Our car looked like the Cheech and Chong mobile. The only kid in kindergarten with a smoker's cough. Could I please have a crayon?
Ew.
Do you know, I remember as a child, my mother used to leave me, my brother, and my sister in the car while she ran into the grocery store real fast. If you did that to a poodle now, they would
Jail.
fry you on the 6 o'clock news.
Jail.
And I'll tell you something else. Now that I'm grown and have kids of my own, I understand why my mother didn't want to take 3 youngins in the grocery store.
I don't want to take one. Nope. No. So yeah, I'm with your mom, Jeff. I get it.
Have kids of my own, I understand why my mother didn't want to take 3 youngins in the grocery store. I would rather take a beating with a brick stick than take kids in the grocery store.
Stick is crazy.
As soon as those doors slide open, those kids start begging like homeless people at Christmas time. And somebody with little kids, what's the worst aisle of the grocery store? Try to get those kids down.
The toy aisle.
Cereal.
No, the toy aisle. Oh, he said grocery store.
Cereal the same way grown men buy lingerie. They will buy stuff they care nothing about just to get the prize that's inside.
Good one, Jeff. Good one, Jeff. I see what you did there.
Everything's changed. Even their toys have changed. Like I noticed last Christmas, every toy my daughters get now, it's got little tags in it showing you somebody has inspected it to make sure there's no possible way a child could hurt themselves playing with that toy. I remember being 9 years old. My parents bought me a wood-burning kit. Hey, what could possibly go wrong with a toy like that?
What is that?
A sharp metal stick that heated up to 5,000 degrees. And I'll tell you something, our dogs and cats didn't...
Like branding? A wood-burning kit? Is that like a branding kit? First of all, that's country as all get out to buy as a gift. That's just such a rural activity. Before a child is, I don't know when that would have ever been okay.
Have a little tag around their neck, but everybody in the neighborhood knew who they belonged to.
That is
the
so
Circle F
funny.
brand, that's Foxworthy cat right there. What were they thinking? Some of the toys they gave us. Lawn darts. 12-pound darts. You could kill an elk with a lawn dart.
I've never heard of
There
these
were no
things.
directions to them. They just came in a box of 8.
They just came in a box of 8.
Throw them straight up in the air. You catch one of those with your head, you're getting coloring books for Christmas the rest of your life.
Or a hospital bed.
I got
That's wild.
latches on cabinets to keep my daughters out of the dishwashing detergent. My parents gave my brother and I a chemistry set. Mom, Joey put ammonium sulfate in my eye. Tell him I said stop. You boys go play with the wood-burning kid. Better yet, go outside, get on the mini bikes, and shoot the BB guns.
Oh my gosh.
And listen, don't take candy from strangers unless they offer you a ride.
That sounds like growing up in the South.
Great. Thank you so very much.
More Jeff Foxworthy.
Where we go to church.
Oh, Ricky Smiley. I'm not a fan of Ricky Smiley's radio personality stuff. I just don't think he's good at it. But that's another topic for another day. All right, this was funny. A lot of this, I think, I'm such a city girl, like suburb/city girl, metropolitan girl, if you will. That none of that resonated with me as far as upbringing, except for the car situation. When I was younger, there definitely were seatbelt laws, but my aunt and uncle had this big old station wagon. I remember we used to be in the back of that thing all the time. We used to we used to fight about who could get in the trunk. It was the best thing. And it never felt illegal, so I don't know if it was, but shout out to my aunt and uncle. I love you guys with all my heart. All right, I enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I hope everyone is having a beautiful holiday season and feeling loved. And I hope you go and have the day you deserve. Bye.